one another and to believe in Allah. Jesus continued his mission, aided by divine miracles. Some Quranic commentators said that Jesus brought 4 people back from the dead: a friend of his named Al-Azam, an old woman's son, and a woman's only daughter. These 3 had died during his lifetime. When the Jews saw this, they said, "You only resurrect those who have died recently. Perhaps they are only fainted." They asked him to bring back to life Sam the Ibn Noah. When he asked them to show him his grave, the people accompanied him there. Jesus invoked Allah the Exalted to bring him back to life, and behold, Sam the Ibn Noah came out from the grave, grey-haired. Jesus asked, "How did you get grey hair when there was no aging in your lifetime, in your time? He answered, "O Spirit of Allah, I thought that the day of resurrection had come. From the fear of that day my hair turned grey." Allah the Almighty said, "Remember when Allah will say on the day of resurrection, O Jesus, son of Mary, remember my favor to you and to your mother when I supported you with Ru'ul Qudus, Gabriel, so that you spoke to the people in the cradle and in maturity, and when I taught you writing, Al-Hikmah, the power of understanding, the Torah and the Gospel, and when you made out of the clay, as it were, the figure of a bird by my permission, and you breathed into it, and it became a bird by my permission, and you healed those born blind and the lepers by my permission, and when you brought forth the dead by my permission, and when I restrained the children of Israel from you, when they resolved to kill you, since you came unto them with clear proofs, and the disbelievers among them said, This is nothing but evident magic. And when I, Allah, put in the hearts of the disciples of Jesus to believe in me and my messenger, they said, We believe and bear witness that we are Muslims. Jesus' abilities and the disciples. Almighty Allah also revealed, and He, Allah, will teach him, Jesus, the book and Al-Hikmah, the Sunnah, the faultless speech of the prophets, wisdom, and the Torah and the Gospel, and will make him, Jesus, a messenger to the children of Israel, saying, I have come to you with a sign from your Lord, that I designed for you out of clay, as it were the figure of a bird, and breathe into it, and it becomes a bird by Allah's leave, and I heal him who was born blind and the leper, and I bring the dead to life by Allah's leave, and I inform you of what you eat and what you store in your houses. Surely therein is a sign for you, if you believe. And I have come confirming that which was before me of the Torah, and to make lawful to you part of what was forbidden to you. And I have come to you with proof from your Lord. So fear Allah and obey me. Truly Allah is my Lord and your Lord, so worship Him alone. This is the straight path. Then when Jesus came to know of their disbelief, He said, Who will be my helpers in Allah's cause? The disciples said, We are the helpers of Allah. We believe in Allah and bear witness that we are Muslims. We submit to Allah, our Lord. We believe in you, in what you have sent down, and we follow the messenger, Jesus. Write us down among those who bear witness to the truth. La ilaha illa Allah. La ilaha illallah. None has the right to be worshipped but Allah. And they disbelievers plotted to kill Jesus, and Allah planned too. And Allah is the best of the planners. Allah sends the disciples a feast. Jesus continued calling people to Almighty Allah and laying down for them what might be called the law of the Spirit. Once when standing on a mountain surrounded by his disciples, Jesus saw that those who believed in him were from among the poor, the wretched, and the downtrodden, and their number was small. Some of the miracles which Jesus performed had been requested by his disciples, such as their wish for a holy table to be sent down from heaven. Allah the Exalted said, "Remember when the disciples said, 'O Jesus, son of Mary, can your Lord send down to us a table spread with food from heaven?' Jesus said, 'Fear Allah if you are indeed believers.' They said, 'We wish to eat thereof and to be stronger in faith and to know that you have indeed told us the truth and that we ourselves be its witnesses.' Jesus, son of Mary, said, 'O Allah, our Lord, send us from heaven a table spread with food, that there may be for us, for the first and the last of us, a festival and a sign from you, and provide us sustenance, for you are the best of sustainers.' Allah said, 'I am going to send it down unto you, but if any of you after that disbelieves, then I will punish him with a torment such as I have not inflicted on anyone among all the alamin, mankind and jinn.' I remember when Allah will say on the day of resurrection, 'O Jesus, son of Mary, did you say unto man, worship me and my mother as two gods besides Allah?' He will say, 'Glory be to you. It was not for me to say what I had no right to say. Had I said such a thing, you would surely have known it. You know what is in my inner self, though I do not know what is in yours. Truly, only you, are the all-knower of all that is hidden and unseen.'" It was related that Jesus commanded his disciples to fast for 30 days. At the end of it, they asked Jesus to bring food from heaven to break their fast. Jesus prayed to Allah after his disciples had doubted Allah's power. Jesus prayed to Allah after his disciples had doubted Allah's power. The great table came down between two clouds, one above and one below, while the people watched. Jesus said, "O Lord, make it a mercy and not a cause of distress." So it fell between Jesus' hands, covered with a napkin. Jesus suddenly prostrated, and his disciples with him. They sensed a fragrance which they had never smelled before. Jesus said, "The one who is the most devout and most righteous may uncover the table, that we might eat of it, to thank Allah for it." They said, "O Spirit of Allah, you are the most deserving." Jesus stood up, then performed ablution and prayed before uncovering the table, and behold, there was a roasted fish. The disciples said, "O Spirit of Allah, is this the food of this world or of